Hello everyone, wake the kids and phone the neighbors. It's the series finale of In Neon, and we got something special this time on this commentary. I'm Erik Sprowls. I was the series creator and the director of In Neon, and with me today are a slew of people from the show, including
Dustine Devine, was production manager.
Jill Davies, I played Megan Whithers.
Big J, Jeff Sandusky, I played, what is it, Bobby Thompson?
Bobby something.
Brister?
Bobby Republican. And over here is...
Brianne Dalphonso, I played Jennifer Burns.
And...
Mary Muhly, and I played Cindy Razzi.
Yeah, can I
The
just
Democrat.
say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, every time I hear this song on the radio now,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Well, what we're attempting today is we're
I
going to do
flipped the station what I was going to say before I was cut off.
We're going to do a commentary on the series finale. It was in 3 parts, and I haven't seen anybody do a commentary
Most
like
good things
this.
do happen in threes.
Huh?
Most good things do happen in threes.
Yeah, it's true. The only other commentary I saw
So this
was
is called like the Menage finale.
That's right, the Menage a Finale. This is I only saw the movie Goonies do something like this, where they brought everybody back and they all talked at once, and it was just chaos. So I figured we could
I'm
do
like
something
the
stupid
Chunk
like
because I was having.
You're like Chunk. So we're going to give you some behind-the-scenes information on what we did to make episode, the finale come to life, the 3-parter, and we'll get right into it. This is actually the office of Richard Helldobler. He's one of the deans at the university, and he was gracious enough to let us use his place. Of course, there's Jess Vatter. She was going to be with us today, as well as Dante Morelli, but they couldn't get time off to come. And we shot this over in his office because he wanted a cameo, and he was a theater professor down there, so he had done some things with actors and everything such. So we
Big
did
fan,
that.
big fan.
Big fan of Rich Helldobler.
Yes. Taught me everything
are
I
you?
know.
All the ballet.
He taught me everything I know. You know, I dedicate my performance.
Oh, that was J.R.
to Dick Helldobler.
Bogart would tell you different. I know everything to J.R.
Yeah. Dick Bogart and Dick Helldobler.
By the way, the commentary is not rated, so Dustin and I did this before on episode 10, and we just swore for the fuck of it. So go ahead, Dustin. You know you're dying to say something
We
shitty.
figured that nobody's listening, but probably not listening now, so fuck them.
Yeah. Jill Davies said she has a real potty mouth, so that's why we got her. Go ahead, Jill. Say something funny. Way to go.
I'll get there. Yeah.
So anyway, we shot this over in his office, and this is supposed to be a resolution of episode 10 when JP fell down the steps in that wonderful stunt and killed himself. That was believable. And
Why would somebody call himself JP?
hey, listen, since I got you all here, I don't know.
You cut me off there. Why would you cut JP? Is his real name like John Paul?
It's John Paul, probably.
John Paul.
Stazzle.
Did he do this once the rapper came out and he wanted to be
Probably. You want to do a little rapping
distinguished
for us?
himself?
Maybe he doesn't like the name John.
Well, I discussed this with everybody. What was up with his hair in episode 6? Seriously. Mary thought it was hot. I thought he looked like a dork. And
Okay, yeah, but you guys didn't have to have the scene with him and actually have him open the door and there he is and not be scared. That it was so hard for me not to laugh when I had to do that scene with him.
And Brie, you mentioned the word hot. I think Richard Helldobler is a symbol
of hot? Yeah, he is. Oh, we're off the subject, though. Anyway, getting back here, Jess Vatter wrote this little dialogue here because she can see that he's not paying attention. He's just the school counselor. I guess they have those. I'm not a guidance counselor. That's high school, but a school psychiatrist. What do they call that now? Isn't there like a term for that, like the school shrink?
Worthless?
Expensive? I don't know. But she realizes Rich is not listening, and he made up all this dialogue.
And Jess Vatter did a great job in her role. She really did.
Yeah, she's a very talented actress, as was everybody that we. There's only 2 people in the series that didn't audition that I thought could handle the role without an audition, and it's because they came on late. And it was you, Jeff, and Jill.
Well, I think the role of
I auditioned.
You didn't really. Well, I mean, you came down, and you read some stuff for me and that kind of stuff just to get the flow of it. But I mean, I'm talking when dating all the way back to June of 2001, July.
fit us. The both of us.
Yeah, you played the prick.
I was the cock.
the
Can I say that on
Republican, the
here?
Republican
I was the cock.
quarterback. And well, what does that make Jill?
Huh?
Jill was the sleaze. So you gonna step in that one?
I mean, heck, she wrestles in spaghetti for fun.
The good thing about the finale was, and aside from episode 10, it was the first all-digital episode. I'm sorry, the second all-digital. Up until then, we had edited the whole show linearly, and this was all done non-linearly, 100% digital. It was good stuff.
Eric, when filming in Dick Helldobler's office, were termites a fear?
Only in a jar. He had like an ant farm on his desk. It creeped me out a bit. And then he took them out and played with them and named them all, so I thought that was a little...
I love how you showed these clips at the beginning of each episode. Like, Cal was just like this big...
Spanning, bustling university. Yeah.
You know, like, we actually had, like, a life.
Yeah, like it's a big...
Campus.
Well, these were shot in July.
Tom Cruise behind the fountain, you can't tell. But
Yeah, it's quick.
just
These were
kidding.
shot in July of 2001.
It's actually Jim Glokay on the skateboard.
You know what? He actually did come by on a bicycle one day. That's actually him falling. I wish we would have done something with Jim. He would have had a few things to say.
And that's actually Mrs. Gary Smith.
Mrs. Gary Smith. She's the big cameo star in this.
She's very into
The
that.
fountain in center
look.
of campus. Mark Neely. You know who that guy
That's
is?
Dean Martin.
That's Dean Martin.
Yeah.
That you named. We'll get
Hey,
into
there's
him
a member
later.
of the undefeated 2004 national
They
championship.
weren't undefeated.
Excuse me, one
They were the
loss.
national champions a couple years later. She was a member
That's
of the...
actually Jeff Sandusky running after a nice tan.
Yeah. You run a lot.
That's that tanning bed.
It's that tanning bed,
Exactly.
George Hamilton going for you. If you notice, this is the same class that was filing in the last episode. And there's X.
I thought that was Jason 10.
The funny thing... These two couldn't throw Frisbee to save their life. I don't think either one of them caught it. But X, yeah, he had to... he was the band director. His real name is Sean Ader, and everybody just calls him X, so I thought it'd be funnier just to throw X in there.
That's his real name?
Sean Ader, yeah. Don't think he was made fun of in high school with a name like Ader.
Hey. Anal.
Ader!
Oh, I thought
Are
you
you
said Sean
deaf,
Anal.
George? Dustin, how come you weren't out here helping me shoot this stuff?
You didn't.
Thanks, Dustin.
Oh, hold on.
What was for lunch that day? That's probably why.
Oh, yeah, we got to credit Pittsburgh filmmakers there and helping us get this done. They were our other producers that helped fund in the...
Oh my! You got Randy Moss to be in this?
Randy Moss was in it, yeah. So we start this. Bill Bennett is one of the most talented men I've ever seen. I've ever had the pleasure of working with. He is the only member of In Neon that was slated to be in the original In Neon. Like, you guys are the third generation. We tried to do this 2 other times, and he always...
It's like Michael Caine and Get Carter.
Yeah, exactly. He's an action-oriented stunt guy.
You've actually told me you've had wet dreams about Bill Bennett.
Time to time. I had to see some help on that. But he was one of the only ones left over from the first one. He's a great talented actor. He does a lot of theater. He hasn't done a lot of film. He did some stuff for Jared and when Jared was shooting a couple of movies, Shao. But mostly he's done theater.
I want to go around the room here real quick. I don't mean to keep interrupting. And we'll start with Mary. How old did you think Ted was when you first met him?
Yeah, I know the answer to this, by the way.
Actually told how old he was when I first met him.
Oh,
Bree?
He was from Mexico.
how old did you think,
I
Brig?
thought he was like in his late 20s.
Dustin?
I was thinking mid-20s, like 24.
Jill?
I'll say 27.
I actually thought he was about 30 and he came
Do you know the answer how old he is?
Yes, he's only-
He's 17 right there.
He's 18 now.
18 now.
No, don't
Just
laugh.
out of high school.
He was 17, yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Really?
He was 17.
Hey.
He was right out of high school and got involved.
And Bree had longer hair there.
Yeah, Bree, you've cut your hair since. Oh, see this shot right here with Jess?
Bree has lost weight since then.
It is. Wait a minute. We'll come back to that. And I think Jess, Bree, were you there the same day that Jess was?
I don't remember.
The house, we couldn't get the heat on this day, and it was 3 feet of snow outside.
I can
and
tell by looking at Jess.
she is just everybody's frozen. But Dustin, you know that.
I wasn't. I was
Dustin, I think you were high beaming that day, so that's all right.
Yeah, you're high beaming, Dustin.
Jeff, you like showed up for this show to like shoot for like 1 week total, and you somehow know what we did for 6 months.
You know what's funny? You see those flowers that she has in her hand there? Those are left over from the scene with Bree.
Those are my grandma's flowers.
Those are your flowers in real life. They're supposed to be leftovers from the scene that where you get flowers in episode, whatever is that, 6?
Yeah, well, they absorb oxygen. And if that's the case, that's why I put them in Jen's room, so they could absorb up all the air and she would shut up!
That's why I sent them back. Think about it.
I thought that was our mics.
Probably was, because we didn't say anything. As long as you keep talking, we're good.
See, I kind of went with it, though, if you noticed it, because he, like, put to his ears.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to credit. We have never really touched on this. If you look around Brett's room, there's a lot of decoration, like the Pepsi thing behind Jess there, and the thing with the hospital. Those all belong to Steve Stavar. Chewy donated a lot of stuff. And you know what? In college houses like that, you just see crap hanging all over the place for no reason.
And we should add that the extra hair, the hair extensions for the women, were actually provided by Chewy's Sobbins.
Yeah, what's up with that? He looked like Ringo. We gotta just call him Ringo. We shot scenes in everybody's rooms and places we could. I remember shooting stuff in Jill's place.
Yeah, you
Dustin's room.
Dustin's room, we shot your scene.
Cheese balls laying around.
We were at a Bree's apartment. Bree's apartment actually is in this episode.
I'll tell you why.
But
When I fall in love, or if I want to fall in love, or
in
if
this
it's
scene,
someone I
Brett
wanna fall in
is
love with,
refusing
it
to
never
admit
happens.
that he likes Jen because Jen is refusing to give up her fiance. Nice going, Bree.
I know.
You want to go with
He just wants
Loke?
me for my sexy body.
Because you're sexy.
Not only that, your fiance is Loke.
Yeah, what's up with that, Bree?
No comment.
When I found that out, I actually really wanted to turn down the role.
You know what? She's trying to be funny. I think you're serious because I remember doing an episode. It's the one where we're outside and like you and Loke, he couldn't get his car started or something, and you were just like, I can't stand him that day because he kept making all these sexual comments. And you were like,
And when we shot the scene in his house when I had to be drunk,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
he's
God.
so obnoxious.
That's in this episode too, the finale.
He's obnoxious and I can't stand him. And when I found out that he was playing my fiance, I just wanted to walk out and leave.
See those holes behind Jess?
Serious here?
Yeah. See those holes behind Jess there? We actually took a sledgehammer and put him in there.
Or was that Jim Loke's head? Went through it? Jim, I still love you.
You know what? He is going to get a copy of this.
So I still love Jim Loke.
So I'm sure him and Bree will be sending some emails back and forth.
It'll be like the whole Amber Jim email.
Yeah, is there anybody on this show that
Get off
didn't
the
like
subject yet again. You ever watched Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
And that one doesn't the one guy remind you of Jim Loke?
Yeah.
I saw him do stand up. I cannot think of his name. He's a Republican, so Mary wouldn't know who he is.
The sideburns of Chewy, but he's got
Yeah,
the Loke
exactly.
face and all, and attitude.
What is it with guys in
that's
college and their
strange
sideburns?
combination.
It is.
Yeah, I never got into that either. I think I did for 2 weeks, and I said I look stupid. I got
College guys are
sideburns.
so dirty. Besides me and Dustin, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
That's the only
I don't
thing. You
think
realize
my-
that's the only thing Mary said so far was yeah.
I don't think
That you're dirty.
Eric, I will speak when I'm ready to speak.
All right, Mary.
was Grant dirty or was he a clean man?
He was clean.
Oh. Well, I like to think he was clean.
No, I think
His
he's
Mountain
clean,
Dew
but
hat.
Mary knows better than I don't know, you know.
You know, I didn't really like this shirt on Jared. Let's get off the subject. He looks like he has suspenders.
You
like
know, why would he wear
Farmer-
stripes? He's a bigger
He's farmer. He's Farmer Brown here. You know, oh, how you doing?
He's never watched, you know, the E-Fashion Police. Don't wear stripes, Jared.
Yeah,
when you're a
what
little
not
bit
to
bigger.
wear.
Yes.
You're a big fan of that E-Fashion Police, huh?
Joan Collins is leaving E. Yeah.
She had to have been cold this day. Jared and I are bigger guys, so I mean, Jared's like, you know, but she had to have been
Her
freezing.
nose is red.
Her nose is red. She's so pale. What?
Say something else.
No.
You could tell because her hair is made out of ice. And then she huddled around that lamp behind Jared there just to stay warm.
You know,
I'm at the lamp at the foot of the stairs.
I think this is the last time we shoot upstairs
Oh yes, thank you.
in Jared's room.
Jared actually told me that prior scene, his thought process actually came from Cleo McDowell in Coming to America when he was trying to give away his daughter.
Is that what it was? No kidding.
'Cause
I didn't even know that.
He wanted to tell her that he loved her, but like Cleo told, but he couldn't. All right, I'm getting off the subject. But this little tidbit there.
You know what's funny? We had to move all of that stuff in there. Beds,
that's not
desks.
That's actually strenuous, and I know Dustin wasn't involved then.
No, we had barbecue that day, so he showed up. We're coming up to Bree's big moment. Bree, let me ask you a question. Not this day, but during you were leery. You were a little, not leery. What's the word I'm looking for?
Dennis Leary?
Hesitant. Self-conscious. That's it. You were a little self-conscious doing that thing, weren't you?
Yes.
I could tell because you didn't. I remember I said you pick your own clothes, whatever you want to wear. But
Came in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
you came in sweatpants and a sweatshirt. But then when it came time to do it, you took it off and you had a sports bra underneath.
No, you told me I had to wear the sports bra. Remember we got into a big fight because I didn't want to. You told me, you have to. This is what drum majors wear.
Oh, I was probably just lying.
Well, you told me I had to.
I was just putting you on. I just want to see how you look, Bree.
I went home and cried to my grandma.
Are you serious? What did you tell me?
Stated I did not want to do it.
Well,
I didn't want to do it.
everybody in the room, I'm sure, will be supportive to say that you look hot.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
and when that comes up, it's going to be interesting to talk about that one.
Yeah,
Hey, look at
that
this
will be.
character.
Who's this? Oh, Mary, coming in with the yellow pages.
Mary thinks she's in sync with the maroon leather jacket there.
Mary, you remember anything about this day?
Yeah.
Don't you have that jacket, Jeff?
That was a good one, actually.
It was.
Actually, I do have a maroon leather. but
Yeah, I was serious.
I
I,
don't wear
thought
it
I saw
anymore.
you in a jacket like that.
It's a brown jacket, by the way.
Nobody actually knew that I had.
Now, wait,
I
take
actually
a
had
look at
the
this.
hots for Mary through
Now,
taping.
now, see how Mary's dressed here? Okay. Now, see, she has that. Look at her top underneath the jacket. Now, that's what she's supposed to have on when she walks down Senior Walk in this episode, okay?
And that
Now,
is what I have when I walk down.
right. Now, take a look at her hair, though. All right?
Shut up.
Look how look how long her hair is, okay? It comes down to what? Let me see. Wait, there it is. Okay, it comes down to what? Just about almost shoulder length?
Stacy Skirp and cut my hair.
Yeah. She cut her hair. Now, so when she walks down Senior Walk, it's supposed to be like the same day. It's like up here.
She actually
It's like a
looked,
bowl cut.
Mary, you actually look
Episode with white hair.
conservative throughout this tape.
Oh, I remember
Are you
that.
trying to go for a Republican look?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Because,
There's Mr. Green Jeans sitting
I was
around.
trying to be a little bit simple. Yeah. That's sometimes confused with Republican.
listen to Mary.
Oh, here's a swear word since this is on the show. This didn't air.
Now,
Let me see if
Mary,
it
isn't
comes
that
out.
actually your jacket he's wearing?
Yeah, can you tell?
Yes.
Wow. Here it is. Listen.
Wow.
There, now we can.
Wow.
That would never would have got unseen.
Is that he fucking hates me?
She fucking hates me.
Fucking hates me.
Can you see JR sitting home watching this and like spitting Pepsi, having that on TV?
For some reason, I just pictured.
I know. Don't picture that, by the way.
Aww.
Oh, look at that loving photo, you and Jim.
Understand when that photo was taken. Oh my god. I
That's the day, by the way, we're talking about.
Frank's behind Bree's back. Where he's just going walking with that
I wanted
guy.
to shoot myself. I don't think anybody understands the agony of that kid trying to work with him.
If you look close, there's no tape in there either.
It's worse than Amber.
We don't
What's
understand
worse
the
is the
agony.
scene where we had to film him kissing that what was her name?
Well, don't beat around the bush, Bree. What do you really think will okay?
Somebody's feelings, okay?
What's worse is that?
Honestly,
Beautiful downtown California.
I
Beautiful.
thank God I didn't have to kiss him.
I wrote that out.
Yeah, well, I would have killed you.
Bree, I didn't want to tell you this, but I actually auditioned for the role of your boyfriend,
Did you?
but I did not
darn.
get it.
Bree, didn't you? Who is this?
Kristen Hamill.
Kristen Hamill. That's right.
Bacon.
Yeah, I remember you got her that day.
Can you explain why they call her
She's
bacon?
from Canada.
Did she eat a lot of bacon?
She's from Canada.
Like Canadian bacon, I
Canadian
guess.
bacon.
Canadian bacon. You know, Alan Alda.
I'm not
Did
quick
you ever see that
enough.
movie? It's an
Yes.
80s movie.
Yes.
Quick, make a joke about me.
Showing your age, Eric.
Look how long that hair is. Don't
Once
ever cut it again, Bree.
compliments of Steve Stavar, Chewy.
So what's happening? So here is like he realizes you left for this audition, and he thinks that you did take the flash dance. Which is like his only suggestion that he thought you should try.
I thought he was rushing to see if the food court was still open.
No, that's Dustin's cameo.
But if he just would have opened the tape up, or opened the case up, he would have realized.
There was no tape in it. Yeah.
Is there any way I can go in and see?
Denied. Can't go in.
Denied. That's a big part for her.
Isn't this where he like flips her chair over and runs in anyway?
No, he kind of he punches her out actually, and says, "I'm going anyway, you catty bitch." So he tries to find another alternative until we get in there.
Isn't this where Dave Smith makes his appearance?
Hey Jeff, you're a fan of the '80s. Can you identify this music?
Wait. Wow, I don't know.
I don't know.
Father of the Bride.
Wow.
That's when Steve Martin is fudging around with
Wow,
his
I
dope.
was like
Steve Martin's
6 years
actually
old
last
when
good
that was a
movie.
new movie.
Yeah, it was an older movie.
That was my first group date. And we went to the Coil and we saw The Father of the Bride.
The Coil.
The Coil?
Great theater.
That was. I'd like to buy it and play adult films there.
Jared just wanted to do a lot of activity.
You know, Jared didn't walk all these steps.
Wait. Right here is where we cut. We cut right there. Now that's a stunt double.
That was me actually upstairs as the body.
What? No, you conked out somewhere around the door. I'm just kidding.
You know who X kind of reminds me of?
Popeye?
Alzone.
Yeah, a little bit.
That really terrible DJ at McMonagle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's just horrible.
X DJ's down there?
Yeah, he DJs at that other place, too, next door.
Signatures. Oh gosh.
You used to work there. What do you mean,
Yeah.
oh, gosh?
That place. Oh my goodness.
You know what? I think no one's allowed in this area, and I was shooting in there, so it's pretty funny. No one's allowed up here with a camera, obviously. And here we are going up in the rafters and
Hey,
above
I've
the
been up there
stage.
before.
Have you? Ooh, really? What's that all about?
No, I was blowing up balloons up there.
Whoa, what about those balloons?
Blowing up show.
It was
Hey-oh!
for the award show.
Who's Ed McMahon? Hey-oh!
Hey-oh! Right here, I told Jared if he could spit and hit Bree, I'd give him $1. But he didn't.
Guys, you're talking about blowing up things and spitting.
Easy.
And swallowing here. Let's get back to X.
Well, that's what we're talking about. So anyway, this was the audition that she comes in to have that, and X wanted a bit part. I didn't have anybody for the band director, and I said, well, here, why don't you try that? So he's actually the band director. I really think he's
How old's X?
he's in his about 32, I think, 31. The judges in that scene are friends of Bree that she managed to scalp up, and it's kind of funny because I think one of them. Who's the heavier girl, Bree?
Kelly Mark.
Kelly Marks. She's also a student later in the show. And so I think is Kristen Hamill, but I mean, she was a student anyway. Just the dressing room where he gets ready in the green room upstairs.
Kristen Hamill related to Mark?
Yeah, Dorothy, too.
Yes. Dorothy Hamill. Who's that?
I don't know, but her bra is showing through there.
I was
That's
going to say, you know what? I ain't saying nothing.
Oh!
Let's see what you got.
Now look, what are you all upset about?
Hey, what are you upset about?
You look
Yeah,
good.
Whatever. We're not going to discuss this.
Well, we got to. It's a commentary. Bree, tell us about what happened this
I'm going
day.
to get a copy of this, correct?
Yeah.
I can use this for my own personal use?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Now wait, here's the interesting thing. See this shot right here? This was shot.
Pause that shot right there.
This shot was 2 years later. Okay, you can see her hair's not the same length because Cal, you made the mistake of canning me before we had this shot, so we didn't get her close-ups done.
You think it's a mistake.
They're just idiots. They didn't have these. We didn't get the close-ups done that day. So anytime you see Bree on that stage from a far shot, okay, it's at Cal U. Like that's at Cal U. This right there, those close-ups, and that one there is at the Washington County Park. In the main pavilion, we had to put up a great big black tarp in the background, and
That's a great night.
this was a year, 2 years later. Your hair's longer. I can't believe that you found the same clothes. I think you said part of them had paint on them because they were just laying around for so long. Now, if he would have done this in the beginning, what a goof.
He came all the way across campus, up the stairs, and
Yeah, and he finds out that she actually did use it.
I'm upset you used this song. I'd much rather prefer Gloria than the Flash Dance.
Gloria.
I think I got your number.
How about Maniac? Mary, sing a little Maniac for us. Maniac, maniac.
George Bush is a maniac, maniac to marry.
This night, the bugs were biting so bad.
Oh God, yeah. Because it's outside.
It was like mosquitoes and oh.
And with those hot lights around, any close-up is like at the park 2 years later, like that. This is outside with all those hot lights. There's mosquitoes, lightning bugs, what have you. But you know what?
Me there that night, huh? Eric?
Yeah, there was people there that were distracting.
Very distracting.
Very distracting.
Yeah, I'll make sure to show her this.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah.
Give her a copy. I'll sign it. Anyway, getting back to this, you know, you're not doing what he told you to try, and you have to get back to your act like a stripper, Brie.
Well,
That's the only way you're gonna turn on X.
who wants to turn on X? I mean, I'm so glad.
I turn on the X every morning, 105.9.
105.9, the X. He's the X.
Oh my God, he just discovered below his belt. Did you see that?
Oh goodness.
He just discovered, hey now.
Now,
Bree, it almost looks there like you can't take a crap.
You know, Jeff, that was exactly what I was going for.
that was the motivation I gave her too. I said,
closed
Brie,
my
act like you're
eyes.
gonna take a crap.
But if I can't take a crap, you should take off all my clothes. And,
Does it help you?
it does. It's like a George Costanza type thing.
For a dance kind of like you, doing your routine.
I don't see what you're all upset, Brie. I think you look good there.
That's what you say. You need flashlights.
Whatever. We won't comment.
Did you even know I took that shot of your butt?
Yes, I knew.
I had to. Your character is supposed to be a stripper. You can't not show it.
You just gotta shut them out.
I know, but
He does look like Popeye there. You put a corn
This is
cob
a
pipe in his mouth.
Pittsburgh-based television show, Western Pennsylvania. Where did you strip at? Where was the
At the Philly Corral.
Philly Corral?
Philly Corral.
Or was it No
I
Place
look-
Special?
Stella's got her groove back.
Yeah, the highway.
Should have had the Philly Corral
That's my
sponsor.
place.
Food, Dustin.
Never been there myself.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
The what? Yeah, let's talk,
Wrestling and spaghetti.
let's talk about you wrestling and spaghetti.
Stripping spaghetti.
What were you wearing wrestling and spaghetti?
I wore shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, really? Wasn't a bra and panties?
No.
I remember this day that I loved playing with the crane, but I remember I had wrenched my back somehow. I pulled a JR. I wrenched my back. And I couldn't even stand up, but I was so having fun with that
Were those
crane.
Marlboro
Like
Reds?
eggs with the
Is those
cigarette.
Marlboro Reds?
Probably.
Hey now. This is like a bad porn I watched when I was little.
Hey! It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's just something I expect Ron Jeremy to be sitting at the desk.
Now I know why X gave you the part.
Appropriate for a drum major.
Yeah, that's what I said. Are you supposed to be doing that?
No, if you
Now she's smiling.
going along.
Here's the question. Wait a minute, whoa, back up the bus here, D.
right.
Here's the question. Did you put the cigarette in there to symbolize after sex?
Yeah, that's it. Director's point. Yeah. Because if you
To credit this last move to my friend Joe, this is the thing that we always do at the bar, and that's accredited to her. I miss you, Joe. Okay.
Was that like your ghetto move?
Yeah.
that's her ghetto move.
Like back off your ass?
And to answer your question there, Jill, no, this is not what a drum major would do when they audition. Because guess what? I auditioned when I was a drum major.
I'd like to see you.
Yeah, I'd like to see me strip. But this
I
was
wasn't sure because I heard those band girls are kind of wild.
they are. That's why I was in the band. But and I was the drum
That's
major.
what that reminds me of.
But she was actually using Jared's advice, and she kind of slipped back into her, her drum major and her
Jonesy.
ways.
Aaron Jones.
I remember shooting this day, Mary. That Scream hat. I can't remember why. Oh, I know why we gave it to you. This was the day you had bright red hair, and we gave you this hat.
What were you thinking?
It was kind of purplish brown.
Mary, what were you thinking?
What do you mean?
I really liked your hair when it was
Blonde?
real straight when you had it at the party around Christmas.
Thanks.
When I had the hots for you is when you were...
You know what? This is actually shot on the same day that we shot that scene for 9, I think, where she catches you, Jill,
Yeah, where you
making out with that guy in the hallway.
Ew.
And she had a, yeah.
Blech.
She had,
what was
yeah,
his
he's
name?
nasty.
She's such a fucking.
What was his name?
D
He
nasty.
sucks.
He sucks is his
talking-
name. This is a nice scene too because
What's this song from? Is this from Bruce Lee's story?
yeah,
That's how I really acted when I bought my cap and gown.
that's how I did. Because this is the big moment for you. You know, living out your father's dream, and
That's actually my cap and gown.
Graduation was
When
a
I
joke.
graduated.
you know what, Bree? Did I ever give you your cap and gown back?
No.
Oh, well, I gotta go. That is your cap and gown. I think I have it downstairs.
Eric, we talk about it. I've heard you run the streets of Washington in that cap and gown.
Running around. That's a picture of me right there, up there. Jonesy has some good looks to him. He wanted a cameo, so we let him have one.
Everybody wanted a cameo.
Oh, I know. This thing took off. Here we go.
No, I think he was actually working in the bookstore.
Yeah, he was. And we had to buy something today. That's why we gave it to him. You know, it's funny. If you look at Grant here and you look at him now, he looks
like
nothing.
a surfer.
He looks like a surfer. He looks like Shaggy from the Scooby
He
Doo.
looks like Shaggy.
Yeah, he does.
Zoinks!
Much as you, obviously.
This is the first time I've ever seen this.
Oh yeah, this is the first time because you couldn't make the closing party.
Excuse me.
Well, what a bad actor I was.
You're a pretty good prick, though.
Boy, this desk sure can be used for a long.
Who did you say that you patterned your character over?
Johnny Lawrence from The Karate Kid.
He's ratting me out.
He is. He's ratting you out.
I just came to say goodbye.
Sure you don't want to date him anymore, there, Jill?
Goodbye.
No way.
Look at Grant's hair. How now you'd think he looks nothing like that now. It's so funny.
You know what?
He has long hair, a goatee. This is actually at the real TV studio at CUTV.
Everything's safe. You know, you never know
And
what might
that's
go
the
on
news
down
set that
here.
obviously
Don't get
he
on a
had
desk or
caught
something like that.
Megan
But,
and
like
Cleve
Master Summer said,
doing the
whatever it
wild
takes
thing
to make
on.
people watch, right?
Bounce,
Help
bounce.
those writers. They'll
And
skyrocket.
he's pretty much playing. You're playing your trump card,
Really? Well, this
saying you're going to
meeting
send
will
the
soon enough.
copy to the
You know,
dean,
just the
and
other day, Cleve,
he's
I
out of there.
accidentally taped my final.
I think this is before I started the tanning phase of my career.
The George Hamilton phase.
I taped her having some extracurricular activities.
This was kind of a
right
long
here,
day. I do remember shooting
live
this.
at 5.
Because Grant didn't show up to work with Doc.
Do you remember, Jeff?
Wasn't it was always a big production getting Grant to
Yeah, there was some. I can't remember. Maybe this was it. I'm not sure. There was one time that you were in a scene with him. I think this might have been it.
Any answers for
You
that?
showed
What's
up.
our guy?
An hour went by and he didn't show. An hour and a half went by, he didn't show. And then you said, "Where's he
That's
live?"
where you're wrong.
And I said, "He lives in a trailer up on the hill." He said, "Let's go fucking get him." And I remember you and I went to his trailer, and you're banging on the door saying, "Wake up, weed boy! It's time to act! Come on, get up!" And he wasn't. We thought he wasn't there, so we left and we rescheduled. Well, it turned out he was passed out on the ground. He told me he was inside, like all passed out. I'm like, dude. I hope that someday you run for senator and all these commentaries come back and kick you in the ass.
Yes, but remember, he did not inhale.
That's right. He'll be a Democratic senator.
Well, we all get played sooner or later, but I guess this time. it'll be
Hey, those are real
last.
color
You
bars.
know, when the dean sees this, a whole new album.
Dustin, were you doing a Statue of Liberty play this day?
I probably was.
I know you're
Because there's no other like real light on in the studio.
Dustin, you're being a rude guy. I'm trying to listen to my masterpiece. That's why I've been quiet the last few minutes, if you haven't noticed.
Well, you know what? You should watch this some other time. You're supposed to talk now.
pass those tests on our own.
Yeah, you can call him. We can swear.
You got
Yeah,
it.
that's good. Everybody be quiet. We want to hear
Really
it.
liked it either. She didn't. She
That's
hasn't
pretty
returned
good
your call
stuff,
for
huh?
over 2 weeks. Her paper was due 2 weeks ago.
You're like all mesmerized with yourself,
Well,
dude.
now,
You're so in love with yourself.
Just talking.
I'm a freaking
You do play a good prick, dude.
But she is.
You're like all about, pretty boy.
Pretty
And
good, you know that?
At the very least, her being a model student and captain of cheerleaders.
You were
feels
talking
like it's
so
out of
much
a slap
shit.
on the wrist.
Oh, that's right. You know what the funny thing is, I guess for people who aren't watching, if anyone's listening to this commentary,
They're not listening, they're memorized by me right now.
Jeff,
Go ahead.
actually, who plays Bobby there, has never seen this because he had to leave early during the closing party. Jill, I think everybody else in this room, maybe Bree is the exception. I think everybody else, you only seen this once, right? And then
I don't even know if I've seen this yet. I don't think I've.
you were at the closing party.
Yeah, I
right?
was sick and I had to leave.
Oh, you had to leave early. That's why you didn't come out afterwards.
Besides the cap and gown and
Yeah, so there might be stuff in here that you don't know.
Hey, I heard Exxon and Valves is hiring.
There's your big. Now tell him about that. Tell him about that. Tell him why you put Valves in there.
Was former employee of mine for 10 years plus. The Bell Vernon.
You worked at a gas station. Go ahead.
Nobody can believe that I worked at a gas station. I was at a beer distributor / car wash all in one, and that is Valves. You know.
It was
It's
a
the center of
classy
the
place,
universe.
though. You had the
Center of
bums
the
living in the
universe.
garbage can.
Yes.
Oh, jeez, that sounds great.
That's where I met Jill. Right back at you, baby.
I was hanging out
Right
with the
back
mountain
at you,
man.
babe. Brie, I got to tell you, your best assets is your hair. I hope you grow it back.
Maybe I will.
Jill, one of your best assets.
Now, I don't
is your
remember,
ass.
what is her deal? You knew her. You got her, right? She does an awesome cartwheel down the hallway. And right here, you're led to believe that she got the drum major position and you didn't. You know what I mean?
I know her from somewhere.
Probably because you went to school with her. She does a good cartwheel right here.
I hate girls like that.
Well, right here, you're led to believe that she got the part as drum major and Bree got stiffed. And it turns out later, the big secret comes out of what happened. They actually took 2. And she didn't know
Oh, you
that.
spoiled it, Eric. I didn't know.
If you're watching a commentary, look, losers, watch your TV once in a while.
I didn't even watch the next 5 minutes. You know.
It's not even worth
Can we
it.
fast forward now? Shit.
Look, there's X. Aren't you happy with X's? With his ear ring.
Yeah, I'm making it's kind of like the guys on 60 Minutes.
He
with
looks
the
like
earrings.
Mr. Clean.
What kind of band was this? X is an earring. The one judge is a see-through.
This is Cheney, dude. this soap takes place at Cheney. Yeah. Shit.
No comment.
But
Oh, that room.
Shooting with X was kind of fun because he was very slow.
he paraphrased a lot. He didn't actually a lot of times get the lines down, but he paraphrased a lot, and I think he did a pretty good job.
He did too, but it just.
I probably, in retrospect, would have had him lose the earring. But everything on a neon was shot so tight and so quick. But it was shot so tight, so quick, and it was like an assembly line. We didn't have time to get the shots we wanted because
Professor Eric.
we had to move to the next day, and obviously they were shooting the next day. So we had to just shoot how we could. I remember right here, Jared came running with an interesting blooper. He came running on and said, "Am I too late? Am I too late?"
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was funny.
Guess you just had to be there.
All right, now let's see. Mary's got the hair going and the right shirt on. Hair, that length. Look at the length of the hair is still good. You're doing good, Mary.
Thanks.
Good job. What was it like working with Filosi, Mary?
I hope I'm not bothering you.
Filosi?
I'm sorry, Michael Slavin. He plays Dr.
It
Filosi.
was Awesome. He was probably my favorite person to work with.
He's had a lot of experience. He plays a
In
good
fact,
villain.
He's probably the only person I really worked with to any extent. I wasn't in that many scenes he wasn't in.
Yeah.
Mary, I have to ask you a question. We weren't on screen much together, but off screen we had our differences. Was I your favorite person to work with here on Neon?
Yes.
Mary, when you look back on Neon, will you say Jeff Sandusky, he's a son of a bitch, but was sure of a hell
It
of
was
a guy.
a good time.
Yes. Because when I look back on my
I always
experience
enjoyed
with
your
Neon,
debating.
I think of Mary.
I always enjoyed your
That's the
debates that
truth.
you and Mary would have over
Political views.
political views.
It was like impromptu crossfire.
For all of you who
It
don't
was
know,
like Jenna Elfman and Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Great on that exam to graduate.
Mary, by the way, I thought you nailed this scene pretty nice.
I have a 3.8 overall.
You had to play the goody-goody two-shoe. That's got to be tough because you got to be all,
I don't get a
Obnoxious.
Was this a scene where her lip quivers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Like,
Eric, you have to explain for the people at home the type of actress Mary is. She gets really into her.
she's a method actress.
She's a method actress. Yes.
Yeah, she's a method actress.
And speaking of nailing,
Yeah,
I was
for
ready-
those of
I
you
was
at
ready
home
to
that
nail
don't know what a
Mary
method actress is,
with
that
a
means she
method
takes
actress.
really,
Yes.
really,
Really
long.
time. And I think
We can spend the summer working on
I think Jill and I, that day we performed with Mary, were
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that scene. That's in this episode.
Shut up.
forever linked after that.
Get Mary.
Wow. Cindy, please.
I busted my ass for your stupid
You did a really good job, Mary.
Privately. I gave up my weekends, my relationship.
Pelosi just wanted some cookie.
I did everything you asked.
You know, Mary, we know what happens in the script. Obviously, you don't give in to him and everything. But in real life, what do you think about Michael Slavin? He's a hottie, isn't he?
I didn't know.
Would you have done it for an A?
He's a good looking kid.
You know, he's a really good. He does a lot of theater.
Yeah, he does.
And
He's good.
he's really good.
He really is. He's a
He
good
was
guy.
the one that came up with the idea. Remember when your shirt was slipping down on your arm,
Yeah.
Mary, and he came up with slipping it back up on there, and some other little. I like little things that make a show good. Like when your lip quivers at the end of this scene, I thought that was just awesome.
Other arrangements can be made in order for you to graduate.
Wow.
Come on, chicka wow wow.
Other arrangements.
Yeah, like you go make a barbecue a burger for me or something.
Professors are so sleazy. When you think about it.
You know, I have to say, like, I'm sorry, think like I'm the only one. Mary and I are the only one that are actually watching this. I think this is a big turning point for Mary's character, where she actually stood up for herself. Finally.
Yeah, finally. This is the big moment. This is the moment that we worked on for your character, Mary, for the entire series. Not even the walk down the sidewalk. That's kind of like the frosting. This is the cake. This is how, you pretty much stood up. This is the first time you stand up for yourself.
Passing grade or no belief.
Now, he doesn't give in.
A promiscuous, unrestrained young woman who lives with a bunch of radicals who were involved in a drug-related death of a
Ooh, she looks like she wants to smack him.
Yeah, it's coming up. I love when her lip quivers. That's awesome.
decorated 17-year tenured professor who is
He thinks he's got the upper hand here. It's like, who are you going to believe? Some crazy bitch or a guy who has tenure? You know.
I don't think there was a better actor.
He does good
Yeah,
at
she
weaving.
did do a good job.
I mean,
He weaved-
the man
he-
crossed his legs better than anybody on the whole show.
He weaved a night. There it is. Oh, I love that, Mary. You so do good when you. Oh, I love that.
So good.
Little things are what count. I like how he weaved this big spider web, and you're trapped, and you think pretty much that's the end of that. He's got you.
And you walk out there and you see this 32-year-old man.
34. Give him some
I
credit.
think that would make.
Now look how long her hair is there. Look at that. Okay. Now you.
Your hair grows. I tried to get Stacy to trim it a little bit. She chopped it off.
I'm sorry. I just think that's funny.
And I don't think we're giving enough.
It's not as funny as Ted's goatee.
I was just gonna say I don't think we're giving enough credit to Ted's goatee
I mean, because
It
like,
reappeared.
one scene
Or
he has
his-
a goatee, the next scene he doesn't.
or his size 15 shoes. Yeah.
He does. He has flippers.
You know what they say about shoes? The bigger the shoes, the bigger the goatee.
That's right. Mary, you remember this shooting this day?
Yeah, this is actually when Ted and I started to become friends.
Yeah, this
In
was.
real life.
You know, it's funny. At the end of this scene, she walks over and she's supposed to get in the elevator. And when she gets in the elevator, I said, "All right, that's it." Well, Mary goes, such the method actress. She walks over in the elevator, punches the button, and then disappeared. And she went to like the 3rd floor or something, and we had to stop shooting for her to come all the way back down the stairs.
God, that probably took like an hour.
There was no vodka
No,
upstairs.
what goes on in your head when you're acting?
Nothing.
I mean, really.
What goes on in your head when you're acting?
I don't know. I'm very quick.
Dustin, will you get your whistle and your black and white shirt? We need a referee.
I wonder what time this is over. I got to get to the gym.
I want to ask a question here. Was there a better? I mean, is there a quicker actor than Jeff Sandusky with comments?
Jared Shaw.
I'm saying with rips.
Jared's pretty good.
Quicker than me.
Although, if you ever want to slam Jared, just say Dante Morelli's a better actor than Jared. He shuts up immediately. He can't take it. If you say, Dante would have done it this way, he just stops. Am I right, Bree?
Yeah.
He hates to hear Dante's a better actor.
Mm-hmm.
You're lying.
There's some serious muscle definition going on there, Mary. Look at that. He has some guns.
I was physically attracted to Mary for about 6 months of taping.
Oh, we all were. We all were.
We had our
Same thing with
falling out
Bree and Jill.
when I found out she was
attracted
Democrat.
to Mary. She's cutie.
Not so much Jess.
Jess is too much of a bitch.
Here it is. This is her big moment. I said, Mary, go into the elevator. Let the door shut. Don't do anything. Well, she goes in, punches the button,
you
and
have a
disappeared. She went upstairs to have a cigarette. I remember right here.
The door doesn't close till you touch the button.
And, of course, in this scene, Ted Jack really does love you, but he has to let you go.
Ted had like crackers in his goatee in that part there.
Now, look at that hair going there.
I love everybody standing on the side of this scene.
Look how short your hair is there.
Caught in the elevator door? What the?
Yeah, seriously.
Stacy, cut it off. I told you.
I remember when Grant said you weren't allowed to walk on senior walk, and I said, yeah, and he was like, what's up with that? I remember this scene with Grant, Dante, and Jess was shot on a Saturday afternoon, and it was like 20 degrees, and it had to be as though spring were here. You know?
Focusing on Mary's chest then.
The zigzags.
Mary's going to slap me.
There it is.
There it is.
Right.
You know what TV show this is the theme from? I
That's
love
what I'm
this
thinking
song.
of right now. This is Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Because I've got...
I'm not gonna take them more. It's Rod Stewart. It's a version he did, but the song is used on the show Enterprise as the theme. It's totally a misused song.
Sorry, Eric, I must have missed that. I'm not a Star Trek geek like you.
I do like Star Trek.
You and Professor Dylan.
You go, girl!
Did you know Dylan actually had class taught about Star Trek?
Yeah, I took it.
You would.
I was one of the only 3 students in history to get an A in that class.
I had no idea what they were going to do over on the side.
I think that you did a really good job here, Mary. Really, really good. Of course, these were shot 2 totally different times. And Dustin, Dustin, weren't you helping this day?
Yeah.
I mean,
we were doing wonders with the crane.
I think this might be overblown a little bit.
And rolling it down the sidewalk and...
You're almost acting like, she was in a wheelchair for 10 years the first time she walked.
I love some of these shots. They look so good.
You actually make Cal look good. In retrospect, it isn't.
Oh, we had the sun helping out a lot, too.
The good thing they didn't tear up the whole place.
And see, look, Ted likes you. He actually came outside, and he lied to you inside to force you to come outside and do the walk, but he's all happy for you. See, everything works out.
He's happy because he got that cracker on his goatee. I mean, he's just happy because he's...
Look at Slavin's hair. It's not as long now. Now, the funny thing about this, he's supposed to go over to the window and look out, and he's supposed to be on, like, the 7th or 8th floor of a building looking out there. That's actually the ground floor.
And it's actually looking into the street.
And it's actually looking at my feet or the grass, but it's supposed to be looking down from up top.
You stepped on a crack, weren't you taught not to step on cracks?
Hey, you did.
It's bad luck, Mary.
Now, the cool thing about this is you made your walk, and you satisfy yourself. Now, he still has won. He's a little upset with you.
Look at that look.
This was shot in one of the oldest buildings on campus, Old Main, of course, and I think
smelled like Dustin's underwear.
You weren't even here this day.
I smelt your underwear, D.
Smelled my underwear.
Been there, done that.
Jeff, what are you doing smelling his underwear?
Me, Bree, and Jim Loke were there that night.
What are you?
No, I was not. I was nowhere to be.
What are you doing smelling his underwear?
Oh, you were
dude?
there. You had too many Stolies and tonics.
This is where we find some secrets out about Brett, and of course you are the music major. You just got done with your audition. We don't know if you've won or lost, of course, and you hear some music coming up from upstairs. By the way, this really is Jared playing the piano. Hell no! Do you know how hard this was to edit?
If you would have heard him,
He was like, you know what he was doing? He was seriously like this. Don't. He had no method to it.
so it's trying really hard to look all taken away and
Yeah, at Jared clonking on the piano.
I've never seen this room in my 4 years of California.
This is the chapel located on top of Old Main in the bell tower.
Haunted.
It is.
Yeah. Ooh.
I held my first movie premiere here. When I did a college movie in college, I did The Middle Toe of the Right Foot here. It was the first movie premiere they held.
Was this the smallest place for your...
It was the biggest place at the time because the Natali Student Center wasn't built
I thought
yet.
you needed the smallest place since nobody would come see your film.
It was jam-packed.
Look, he's like...
Charlton Heston came.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He does. Listen to the music he's supposed to be
I
playing.
don't know.
We went crazy.
It's a little strong there, Mary.
Now, Dustin, you were a production manager this day?
Yes, I was.
You remember us doing this crane? We went crane crazy.
Yeah, your idea is to take a large, heavy object on wheels, put it atop...
Why was he pushing you around on wheels?
No, you put it atop the ramp of the oldest built room on campus.
Yeah, you had to bring that crane upstairs.
Yeah, I had to carry that crane on the back fire escape by myself.
Oh, my God.
Is that Alicia Keys or is that Jared?
I like some of the shots we used here. I think it worked out pretty well. It's a nice concert hall to do it in, too. Hey, Jared's
What
going
is
a little
that
bald
song
there.
from?
It's Gone with the Wind. It's Tara's theme.
I hate that name. Anyway.
You don't like Tara?
I like that name,
kind
Tara.
of good him playing it.
Yeah, Eric kept going, Jared, play elegantly. Elegantly.
Seriously, he had his hand out and he's going tonk, 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 like, you know, like a 4-year-old. And I was like, dude, move your fingers around.
Play gracefully, Jared.
Look at the crossover.
He's going bald. Look at that. And you have to be all, Bree's, of course, all mesmerized because he's so good. And meanwhile, he was up there tonking away.
It's like, I'm gonna cry. And I'm like, you're so bad.
And here you find Jen finds out that Brett's been lying to her the entire time, and he really did know music. And you find out a little bit more about him and his life, that he was a music major and never told anybody.
By the end of the scene, so.
Well, you're not gonna, you should have watched it.
No, this was a different day, right? He still has on that suspender shirt.
No, this is not a different day. She just came out of drum major rehearsal or tryouts.
My fault.
Because somehow.
Because you're so horrible.
You brought tears to my eyes because you suck so bad.
That's what I wanted to say.
I remember part of this time with this, we shot all day, went into the nighttime. I remember Dustin kind of went to sleep back on one of those chairs.
And I didn't I didn't eat all day. Remember the thing with the cheeseburgers you guys did? You're like boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, it's a great blooper on the blooper reel. I don't know if you remember this, Dustin, but Jared was up there pounding away like boom, 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 boom. And I said during one of the crane shots, I said, slowly Dustin crept toward the cheeseburger. And you're going dum, 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 dum. And he says, we meet again, cheeseburger, old friend. Because it was so funny how he was hammering away on the piano and it sounded like this evil music, and I was thinking about Dustin going for a cheeseburger. And Bree was like laughing. We meet again, old cheeseburger friend of mine. It was hysterical.
I mean, not only do you know music, but I mean, you're good.
I'm not that good. I was just playing around.
Just.
He's still got those green jeans,
What?
suspenders on.
Just shut up. Don't try to ruin this with one of your caveman comebacks.
We had to acquire special permission to go in here and shoot, too, I remember.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't know half the hassle I dealt with on this show. You just know what I told you.
And what you made me do.
When did you?
Well, this was going to be my major.
What?
Yeah, when I first came to college, I was going to be a music major.
Speaking of tanning, Sprowls, you look a little tanning bed guilty yourself.
No, you know what I do now? I go out. They have a spray. They have the stand-up spray.
Too?
Yeah.
You like it?
Not a big fan.
And I do a lot of
You've
that.
done it.
Mary, I remember you said last week. I said something about a tan. You said, I want to be as pale as possible.
Why?
It's good for you.
So she can glow in the dark.
I'm never going to get any paler than I am right now.
John Kerry uses a tan bed.
He does. George Bush is actually.
Eric, drop it, okay? You're not funny anymore. All right, I will.
John Kerry.
But Edwards doesn't tan, so.
Edwards is a joke. Let me use some hairspray. Anyways, back to the final episode of the Neon.
Yeah, this is your big moment too, Bree. This is where Jen, you find out she got what she wanted.
Hundreds and hundreds of left weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, week after week, month after month.
I remember people telling me that we should have ended some of the Neon stuff with bad notes. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. I like happy endings.
But then the accident happened.
Your parents?
Yeah.
Now the women might disagree with me.
Size difference between Jared and I.
Oh, I'm so happy, Bree! Let me grab you up. And there's the shot where we didn't shoot.
Remind me of a
I had to cut away.
hamburger.
You got my cheeseburger! I'm going to eat, Bree!
Then I realized that I can manage numbers and stuff. My parents, they wanted me to be a famous piano player.
Jared used to get so mad because we'd make those jokes about Bree's so tiny and petite, and Jared's like, "Come here, I just want to kiss you." He used to get so pissed. Yeah, I remember there was a blooper too. I don't think it ever made the actual blooper reel, but I remember with the actor, you said, "I get out the wide angle lens," and you got all pissed off because you thought.
Bent over and you're like, get up the wide
And I said, "Get the wide angle," because I was talking about Jared kidding, but she bent over at the exact same time, so she thought I was talking about her ass.
Yeah, it made it.
Yeah, I overheard the girl one. She came out. Listen, it's my fault.
Brett, it's not your fault.
No. I should have kept my big mouth shut. You should have went with the original idea.
Brett.
This is why I dropped this music major in the first place. I'm no good at it. Music sucks.
I won.
I don't know why, God bless me.
This is a long scene. How did you guys remember all your lines?
Because we're good actors.
Yeah, there is a lot of
can say
long
that.
scenes of Neon. We get carried away. A lot of this problem too was there are certain scenes that had to be re-edited. We ended up shooting at night, and it was supposed to be a daytime scene, so we had to actually edit different scenes differently, and go around the horn.
Drum majors this year.
Well, crap on a cracker. That's great! I'm so happy!
Yeah, I'm really getting sick of watching Jared and Bree.
Yeah, they're on there a lot.
We actually talked about cutting this scene down, but it was stuff that actually needed to be in there to...
Bree, I think it was all about me.
It was, damn it.
As opposed now to the episode 8, because there's a really long scene with you in the backyard. We're going to cut down tremendously. It's just too long. It goes on for 10 minutes, you know.
Undercover agent, a quarterback for a football team.
But we have to establish these characters that you have to tell everybody you won the drum majorship. You have to tell them it was because of Jared's ideas. So not all of it, of course, but he inspired you. That he was your muse, I guess. And that he had a secret, the music major thing he had going on. And, there's a lot in the scene. And then we had to break you two back up again. Or not break it up, but we had to get you two pissed off at each other.
Brett, I thought you were someone completely different. And it turns out you pretty much are.
Well, considering the consequences, I thought you'd prefer it.
That's what I'm talking about.
So...
You're trying to manipulate me into thinking or believing that you want me to be this persona of someone I want you to be.
I don't think you understand, okay? The other day I just talked to Ackerman about this setup.
Right. I want you to be who you want to be. Not what's best for me, not what's best for anyone else. I want you to do it because you know it's right. Someone like...
Like Tom.
Well, he's stable. At least a girl knows where she stands with someone like him.
Great, that's just great. Yeah, why don't you go with stable old Tom there? Yeah, he's stable. He's so stable, he'll bore you to death.
You know what?
Jared's a loon.
Had cows this week.
He asked me out tonight anyway.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. You know what? Yeah, that's great. Because, I hope you guys get together and you play cards or something, or get together and discuss color patterns for your honeymoon, or go cross country.
He was in a segment about people dying in their sleep from inhaling their own methane gas.
I didn't see that one. I saw the one.
He was the guy that died from inhaling his own farts in his sleep.
I saw the one where he ran out of the toilet.
And I'm getting some tonight.
continue that on the second disc, because this is the end of the commentary for the first.
You know why it's the end of the commentary? Because I just felt a drop of pee come down.
Tune into the second disc, everybody.
And I will be refreshed.
We'll be back.
Great, that's just great. Yeah, why don't you go with stable old Tom there? Yeah, he's stable. He's so stable, he'll bore you to death.